Hey, Blue, come here. Come here, Blue. Blue, here's little tiny. Here's little tiny. Little tiny, so tiny. Little tiny, little Blue. Hey, little kitty cat. Hey, little kitty cat. Where you going, little tiny? Where you going, little tiny? Little teensy tiny. Little teensy. Tiny and blue. Tiny and blue, huh? Oh, so sweet. You're so tiny. You're so teensy, huh? You're so teensy, huh, little Blue? This is Tiny. And this is Blue. Their mom abandoned them, so I've been feeding them with the dropper, little kitty formula. And this one just wants to be loved all the time. They were all but dead when I found them in the haystack. Little Tiny. Little Tiny, huh? Little Tiny.
Hello and welcome to day 219, Becoming Peace Meditation and Inspiration. The name of today's session is Minding Your Mind. How many times over the past 24 hours did your body win the battle and you were a little deflated and defeated because your will was losing out to what your body wanted instead? Ever happened to you? Well, it's happening to me on a daily basis, multiple times that I sit and argue with myself. Get your body to follow the counsel of your mind and your heart, and you will whip your inner demons. This is the topic for today, so stay tuned. Today, awareness is shining on the fact that our mental capacity to control ourselves needs a little bit of work. Most of the time, our body wants one thing, and our conscience and mindset wants another. When the battle is fought, which one ends up winning for you? It's tough because we wake up with the best of intentions to, let's say, avoid sugar that day, or call up the friend we know could use a listening ear, or apply for that job, or begin a healthy eating regimen. All the while, our body has different plans. We're going to start simple today, just throwing a flashlight on this molehill, sometimes known as a mountain. Let's just become aware today of the inspiration that we feel to be moved towards something. The Spirit is directive and will give you promptings and enlightened ideas. Listen to them and then invite your body to follow. Become aware when your mind and your heart say one thing and your body says and does something different. Just awareness today. That's what we're practicing. Not trying to change the world, just a quiet awareness. After all, we can't change what we don't acknowledge. So we are doing this with ease today. Just one step today in the process of taking in more light. Be aware, then invite your body to follow your inspiration. Each time this battle ensues, just be aware, sit back, and notice. Notice what you're doing and ask yourself, this time, I'd like my body to follow what my mind and my heart are saying. So prepare yourself by sitting with your back supported, your head free, and your feet resting comfortably on the floor with your hands in your lap. Take 3 deep breaths in and out, and close your eyes when you're ready. Here's our centering thought. This time, I'd like my body to follow what my heart and mind are saying. This time, I'd like my body to follow what my heart and my mind are saying. I'll mind the time until you hear a soft bell. Okay, let's come back by being aware of our surroundings. The chair you're sitting in, the floor under your feet giving you support. Take 3 deep cleansing breaths in and out. And feel your hands and feet. Open your eyes when you're ready. Peace comes when I become aware my heart and mind are inviting my body to level up. Simple, easy, uncomplicated today. All life is a series of choices we make every day. You can win the war, one choice at a time, and nothing more. Remember to take in more light today than you did yesterday. One decision at a time. You got this. I believe in you. Please share this with someone you love and care about. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. I'll be here. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to day 220, Becoming Peace, Meditation and Inspiration. The name of today's session is What's Your Story? Every day, we all roll out of bed and begin to spin our daily story. Life is all about the stories we tell ourselves, after all. And when we place our feet on the ground, first thing, we've already begun constructing that story. We start to tell ourselves what is or isn't, what we're blue about inside our heart, or what we're ecstatically joyful about, how lonely we are or how blessed we are. You name it. And I'll bet it's more than likely what you experience as well. It's called waking up on the wrong side or the right side of the bed. So this morning, while I was having my morning appointment with God, He told me to construct my story for the day and write it down inside the calendar I use for today's date, basically my to-do list section, so I can see it all day long. It's an on-purpose story or script He and I construct, so when I feel like I'm falling off the rails, I can brace myself. I repeat it out loud all day, and also in my mind. And that is my personal daily credo or affirmation. This morning, I woke up a little sad and blue about the little rescue kittens that died last week, and also things that aren't complete in my life. And I began to ruminate over last week's events and telling myself how much I miss them, and how loss always seems to be so much a part of my life, and how sad I am, and on and on and on. So as I was praying this morning, God told me again, Heidi, it's all about the stories you tell yourself. So construct the story you want to think about today. What is it? What story or script are you going to adopt today that you get to choose on purpose? Well, I thought for a few minutes, and I came up with this. And here's what I wrote. I'm living peacefully each day for at least 20 hours on a beautiful 10-acre farm with my horses and my dogs. And I also connected with a beautiful friend, and I'm grateful for the talk that we had. So guess what? I wrote that down in my planner for today's affirmation, and I've been saying it all day long to myself. Whenever the dark, billowy clouds rolled into my soul today, trying to get me to focus on something less constructive, this is what I countered that negative talk with. I am living peacefully each day for at least 20 hours on a beautiful 10-acre farm with my horses and dogs. And I also got to connect with a beautiful friend, and I'm grateful for the talk that we had. So what is your story? What is the script you're going to run today? What story are you going to construct for yourself today? I guarantee that if you have breath coming through your lungs today and you're human, you'll hit a snag, some type of a dip in the road, and you're going to want a backup today. So find a seat, a comfortable seat. Sit with your back straight, your head free, and your hands in your lap. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths in and out. And I want you to think about what story or affirmation would you like to claim today? What amazing, gorgeous script are you going to create for yourself? What does your soul need to hear? I'll give you some time to think about what you need to turn around or manifest today. I'm going to mind the time until you hear a soft bell. Okay, let's come back now. And come back slowly. Feel your soul inside your body. Feel your heart beating. Feel the floor under your feet. You're safe here. Take some deep breaths and wiggle out your hands and toes. Gently open your eyes when you're ready. Peace comes when I choose the story and affirmations I repeat in my mind all day long. So take a few moments and write your one-sentence story or script down on paper where you can see it all day. Maybe it's a sticky note. Maybe in your planner or journal. Or maybe you write it with lipstick on your bathroom mirror. Just wherever you can see it all day long. Keep saying it to yourself, either audibly, out loud, or quietly within. This is going to be your script for the day. Because you are in control. You've got this. And I believe in you because you showed up today. Your future days will be filled with an added measure of joy if you create a story or script with God's help for yourself each morning when you rise. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me today on this meditation journey. We've already knocked out 220 straight days in a row of mindful meditations, and I am proud of you for showing up. I hope you'll share this with someone you love and choose to take in more light today than you did yesterday. Remember, Jesus Christ laid down his life for you. That's a pretty big deal. You're precious. Make today worth it. Go out and seize the day. Carpe diem. Bye for now. Welcome to day 221, Becoming Peace Meditation and Inspiration. Today's session is dealing with negative emotions. Once in a while, we all get to experience negative thoughts and emotions. What are we supposed to do with those? That's the mystery of life. But today, we're going to offer a few suggestions in this session. So let's get started. No matter how much you try to think positive thoughts and be optimistic about the future, unpleasant thoughts will still arise. You can't avoid them. And there's no use in pretending they aren't present. Your mindfulness practice can help you. Approach these thoughts with some curiosity, though. So, as you build an understanding of your unpleasant thinking patterns, they will no longer hook you in so strongly. You can learn to allow them to be present without letting them consume you. This exercise is a practice in letting thoughts go, so that you're better able to do it when negative thoughts arise. So let's get started. Close your eyes and tune in to the points of contact in your body. So feel yourself grounded and stable as you sit. Now let's breathe deeply. Feeling your body supported by the chair or cushion you're sitting on right now. Pay attention to the experience in your mind. Notice any thoughts as they arise, and try to identify any emotions that go with them. Pay special attention to negative thoughts and note what you're feeling or thinking. Try to avoid the word negative and instead identify each thought as sad, unpleasant, irritating, painful, or otherwise. We're going to practice for a few minutes, just noting any thoughts and their accompanying feelings. Make impermanence the focus of this practice. See each thought and acknowledge it as it passes. And just continue to note what you're thinking about and how it feels, using noted phrases like coming, going, or arising, passing, if you choose. Let's try. Okay, let's come back and return to your body with a few deep cleansing breaths in and out. Good job. Remind yourself that these thoughts that come and go, they're like ocean waves. And you have a choice in whether or not you believe each one, or if you just set it aside and allow it to pass. Take another deep breath in and take in with the breath all the relaxation and goodness of learning how to be aware and mindful. And then open your eyes when you're ready. Peace comes when I allow thoughts to come and go like ocean waves. These things, these skills that we're learning in our sessions, sometimes they seem oversimplistic. And that's a good thing, because we just want to add one tool upon another skill set every day. We're building ourselves. And this one is no different. Learning how to allow your thoughts to come and go like ocean waves. Very simple. And I love that you showed up today. I've enjoyed holding space for you. Please share this with someone that you think could use this information, someone that you love. And don't forget to take in more light today than you did yesterday. And I will be back tomorrow. I hope you are too. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to day 222, Becoming Peace Meditation and Inspiration. The name of today's session is Recognition for Those Who Frustrate You. What do you do when someone in your life is annoying and frustrating? We're meditating on this today. So, let's get started. Humans are social creatures, which can be beautiful when we all get along. Other times, people can cause us harm or push our buttons. The heart builds a barrier, closing itself off slightly in order to protect us and ensure our safety and happiness. Instead of closing the heart, you can open the heart and train it to respond with care for those who frustrate you. This might seem like a very outlandish idea. This is a practice in loving kindness and recognition of the harm caused. As you close the eyes and settle into a comfortable meditation posture, bring loving kindness to the mind and body. Without straining, allow yourself to gently settle into present time awareness. Have you noticed a theme over the last several weeks when we're talking about dealing with difficulties and struggling with situations? A lot of the meditation time we can spend is learning how to be mindful and being present in your awareness. So without raising your blood pressure, bring someone to mind whom you find difficult. If it's your first time using this exercise, try choosing someone who's just mildly challenging. It might be someone who pushes your buttons or who you find frustrating for some reason. Reflect on the fact that this is a person who is subject to the emotional experiences of joy, love, sorrow, and grief, just like you. Start by picturing the person with a smile across their face. Begin offering a few phrases of appreciative joy, remembering that the intention with the practice is to open your own heart to care for this person's happiness. Sometimes the happiness isn't always a physical act or being in the same proximity as someone. Maybe it's more just a mental practice of sending love and light to that person. And I also want to offer a disclaimer that we are not nurturing or caring for someone who's been abusive to us in any way, shape, or form. That is a different topic for a different day. So let's come back to offering a few phrases of appreciative joy to someone who's irritating to you. And these are the phrases that I might suggest. Sending love and light to them. May you be happy. May your happiness continue. May I be happy for you. Now let's move to a different place. I'd like you to imagine this person experiencing pain or sorrow. Notice any response in your mind or your body as you do this. Begin offering a few phrases of compassion for this person's difficulties. It's okay if you don't feel these phrases entirely. Offer them as much as you're able to in this moment. May you be free from suffering. I see your pain and I care about your pain. Finally, bring to mind what it is that you find difficult about this person. Tune into the response of the mind and body as you bring the difficulty up within yourself. Now, I'd like you to respond with just a few phrases of compassion for yourself, setting the intention to care for the unpleasant experience. May I be free from suffering. May I see my pain clearly. May I respond with compassion. Okay, let's come back now. Take a few deep breaths in, and congratulations for doing a little bit of a difficult process today. Nevertheless, another tool for your meditation toolbox. I hope you enjoyed this session, and I hope you'll consider sharing it with someone who has a struggle with someone difficult in their life. I will be back tomorrow, and I hope you will too. And remember that peace comes when you recognize those who frustrate you, and you also recognize the difficulty within yourself in recognizing those individuals. Good job today, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Bye for now.